Alright, this is PaintballExplorer. Over here I got a little accuracy test. Obviously there's going to be some variables because there might be wind, or I might not have the FPS set properly on this since I'm getting a little bit low on air, about 1500 PSI. But it's just a real short comparison video between the stock barrel on the Etek 3, this is a shaft 3, and the freak barrel with the 689 insert. So I'm going to put about 5 to 10 shots through each barrel, shooting that fence. I'm going to see how the grouping is. I've got the gun stand over here, so that might any jittering I would do would not be a factor at all. Okay. So this is stock barrel. Alright, so you can see that very tight grouping. Might be a little bit too close. That's probably about 20-25 feet, but that is still very tight grouping. So I'm just going to take off the barrel. I'm not going to adjust any of the settings. Put on the freak. Do it again. Alright. So you can see there wasn't really much of a difference at a range of about 20 feet. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to back it up to about 35 feet, and then we're going to see if there's a difference. Alright, so for the second part of the video, I've got the gun at about twice the distance as before. I would say this is roughly 40 feet. I've angled the gun stand a little bit upwards to make up for the potential lob. This is the stock barrel. And since this one's going to be a little bit harder to see, I'm actually going to move in and show you both groupings afterwards. Oh, I'm going to take that down because that hit the top of the fence and I don't want to shoot anybody in my neighbor. That shot will not be counted. Alright, so we're starting the test now. Alright, so we got about a grouping of about a 1 foot box, except for one of them, which was either a drop off or a shot in the wind that hit about 2 feet below all the other ones. So once again, I'm gonna switch the barrel, and then after that, I'm gonna show you the grouping on the fence. Not changing any of the settings, not changing the angle on the stand, just switching it up for the freak barrel. Alright, so this is the freak barrel. Put the mask back on for safety. 5 more shots. Alright, so we actually did see a difference at a distance. So as you can see, this over here is the freak barrel. Now we're going to go see the grouping. Okay, so for the very first test, this is what we got. This is all 10 rounds. All of them came within about 3 or 4 inches of each other. So that's for the stock barrel and the freak barrel at about 20 feet. Now we came to 40 feet. Stock barrel had this grouping. So you can see those 4 shots. This is my hand in comparison. So that is about 7 to 8 inches. So that's pretty tight grouping, except for one anomaly, which hit way down here, about 2 feet lower than everything else. And then for the freak barrel, seems to shoot a tiny bit more to the left. Freak barrel without adjusting the kit at all or adjusting the stand shot over here, and It's a little bit hard to see because the shots are stacked, but all 5 rounds are in between these 3. So you can see that the stock barrel definitely had a little bit more of a spread out grouping at 40 feet than the freak barrel did. Just put in perspective, when I'm shooting this, the freak barrel, and that's the stock barrel, including that one. The freak barrel did not have any anomaly. All of them shot within this area. Stock barrel is more this area, plus this one way down here. And this is both barrels at about 20 feet. So if you're real up close to somebody, you're probably not going to notice the difference. But if you're a back player, I would definitely recommend the freak kit, which really increases the amount of grouping you get at a further distance. Alright, this has been Paintball Explorer. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys have any other requests, please make sure to let me know.